Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 1914, Operation Hamel, the British Empire in the spring of 1917. Okay, so first up, we got a couple of housekeeping things. On the German turn, they did a seaplane convoy raid in M8. On the video, Knights Templar said that he didn't get anything, but he actually rolled a 4 with attacker and 3 with defender. So there was 1 damage done to the British, which took them from $42 to $41 in the bank. Then up here, the Battle of Lorraine there was a little accounting error. The French still have 5 infantry in Lorraine, so their trench line did hold. So the third round, the third round of combat in that battle did not happen. So what we're left with is a fortification and 5 infantry in Lorraine for the French. In Bavaria for the Germans, we have 16 infantry, 16 artillery, mustard gas, and that's actually 3 balloons. Make that correction there. 3 balloons. It didn't make any difference. Well, actually, it made a difference in one of the rolls. The reason there's 5 infantry here instead of 4 is that there was a little mistake by Knights Templar in stacking the balloon and mustard gas modifiers onto a couple of his artillery. And of course, you know, you can't stack attack modifiers. You apply the highest one. So that takes care of that. Let's see. Picardy's all right. That takes care of that. I think that's it for corrections. Let me have a look. I made a list. Oh, there is one more. Over here, Knights Templar had railed 2 artillery from Grodno province over to Bavaria. And then he also railed an infantry from Warsaw down to Constantinople. Well, he couldn't do that because he'd already used the 2 rails for Russia for the artillery move. So there are 2 infantry in Warsaw instead of 1. All right, that covers housekeeping. Now we'll get on to the British Empire. Okay, 2 tech rolls. This time we're doing depth charges and hydrophones and convoy system. And got convoy system, missed the other one. So convoy system goes up to stage 3. And now we go to the purchase. No diplomacy this round. As I said, the British had 41 pounds in the bank and they've spent all of it. I've got it broken up like this for placement reasons. So we're doing 3 for an infantry, 3 for another infantry makes 6, 3 for another infantry makes 9, 3 for another infantry makes 12. Then we've got 9 for 3 infantry. So 9 and 12 is 21. Then we have 4 for 2 colonial infantry. That makes 25. We got 2 for another colonial, makes 27. 4 for 2 more colonials, makes 31. And then 10 for 2 artillery makes 41. So that's that. Okay, now we go into combat. Okay, over here in the Middle East, we're going to have an attrition attack from southern Iraq to northern Iraq with 3 artillery. We're going to have an attrition attack from eastern Egypt to Palestine with 2 artillery. These 2 transports here in I3 are going to load the 2 infantry and 2 artillery from the Seychelles and go 1-2 spaces along with their destroyer buddy up here to I5 for an amphibious assault on Hejaz. Over here, the transport from I6 is going to load a colonial infantry and an artillery, and then it's going 1, 2, 3 with its major port bonus there over to I5 to join the amphibious assault. So that's going to be 2 infantry, a colonial, and if it goes to a second round, 3 artillery getting in on that attack. And then here in Arabia, we have a camel and an infantry from Central Arabia and a camel from Najd attacking Jabal Shamar, which is defended by an Ottoman militia. Okay, that's all the combat in this part of the world. Up here, we're going to have a little action as well. Zoom in a touch. There, I think we got all of it. Okay. The British fleet, minus the 2 transports from A21, with the major port bonus, goes 1-2 spaces over here to A23 to attack the German fleet. Seaplanes from Normandy and the British Midlands are going 1-2 spaces over here to go on maritime air patrol to attack the 2 submarines the Germans have with their fleet. This seaplane in Aquitaine goes 1-2 spaces to attack the German submarine that is there in A22. And that's it for combat. Yeah. Okay, so let's come back over here and we'll do the attrition attacks first. First up, we will do northern Iraq. Okay, all misses there. Now we'll do Palestine. All misses there. Okay, now we're going to do the attack on Jabal Shamar with 1 infantry and 2 camels. So the infantry is going to be blue. The camels will be green. Rolling 3s for the camels and a 1 for the infantry. Okay, everybody missed. Now the Ottoman militia defends. He missed. Let's just go ahead and do them all together. The Ottoman's yellow. Okay. round 2, everybody missed again. This is a 4 over here and a 6. Round 3. Well, you look at that, everybody missed again. Okay, so we just have to move this camel up there into Central Arabia. That was his retreat move. The other 2 came from Central Arabia. Okay, now we'll do the amphibious assault on Hejaz. So on the first round, we got 2 infantry and 1 colonial. So we have 2 infantry in blue and a colonial's yellow. Okay, everybody missed. So now, Ottoman defends. He missed. Okay, now we're going to have now we've got 2 infantry at 2 because of their artillery boost, but the colonial will remain at 1 because its artillery boost and the desert penalty are going to offset each other. So now the blues are 2, the yellows 1. Okay, there we got the hit. Didn't even need to roll the actual artillery. So now he defends, and that's an 11 for a miss. So get that out of there. British Roundel, get him out of there, and pile some guys in here. And we got a colonial coming over from India with another artillery. Oh, knocked him over. Okay, that is worth 1. So the British are up 1 to 40. The Ottomans are down 1 to 9. The British get a free tech roll next turn for taking a land territory. Now we're going to do the seaplane attacking the submarine there in the English Channel. So seaplane rolls in, and he misses with a 10, and the submarine submerges. Okay, that's that. Now I'm taking my dice tower over here, closer to where I have the big Navy battle set up on the battle boards. So what we've got here is we have, for the British, a coastal sub, 4 submarines, 5 destroyers, 5 cruisers, and 2 pre-dreadnoughts attacking. For the Germans defending, we have 2 submarines, 2 cruisers, 4 pre-dreadnoughts, and 3 dreadnoughts. Okay, so we have a coastal sub. I'm just going to roll these one section at a time to avoid confusion. So the coastal sub gets a first strike at a 2. He misses. Then we've got 4 submarines first strike at a 3. And we got 1 hit there. And Knights Templar said he wanted to take the first bunch of hits on his dreadnoughts, so 1 of them is damaged and goes down 1 slot. Okay, now we got 2 German submarines that get first strike. Both of those missed. Okay, now attacking for the British, we have 5 destroyers. Actually, before we have 5 destroyers, we have 2 seaplanes. I forgot to move them to the battle board, but they're there. Okay, those both missed. Now we have 5 destroyers. I see 2 hits. That the yellow dice under there is a 7. If you can't see the dice and I say it missed, you can probably trust that I'm telling the truth. Okay, so the other 2 dreadnoughts are hit. Oh, wait a minute. They don't go down to 7 until the next round. So they still get their defense shot at 8. Because the game mechanics say both sides shoot simultaneously. Okay, that was destroyers. Now we got 5 cruisers at 6. I see 2 hits, a 4 and a 6. So next we are to go to submarines. Let me double check that, and I'm sure his second choice was submarines. Let's have a quick look. Yeah. So the 2 submarines are hit. And now we have 2 pre-dreadnoughts at 7. Well, there's 1 hit. The other one missed. So I believe it's cruisers next. So one of the cruisers is hit. And now the Germans get to defend. So their submarines already shot for strike. So 2 cruisers defend at 6. They got 1 hit and missed with 1. So we'll take that hit on our coastal sub. Well, actually, we're supposed to total the hits and then decide when the round is over. I always forget to do that. So there we go. There's 1 defense hit. All right. That was his cruisers. Those guys come off. Now we got 4 pre-dreadnoughts. And I see 4 hits. Okay, so that's a total of 5. And then there are 3 dreadnoughts. And that's 2 hits. That's a 12 under there. So there's 2 hits for a total of 7. So we're going to hit the coastal sub for 1, the submarines for 4 more, makes 5. And then we're going to hit the 2 seaplanes to make 7. So now these dreadnoughts are damaged and come down from 8 to 7. Maybe we shouldn't, but we're going to try it again. Round 2. So we have 5 destroyers at 4. And there is 3 hits. 1, 2, and 4. So there's 3 hits on them. And we've got 5 cruisers at 6. And there's 1 more hit. Take that up to 4. And we got 2 pre-dreadnoughts at 7. There's 1 hit there. Takes him up to 5. So we spin around here. We damage his cruiser and his 4 pre-dreadnoughts. So after this round, he'll have 3 damaged dreadnoughts left. Okay. So he's got 1 cruiser at 6. That's a miss with a 10. So that guy is out of there. Then we have 4 pre-dreadnoughts at 7. We got 4 hits. So there's that up there. Those guys have shot their defense, so they're out. And then we have 3 damaged dreadnoughts. And they got 2 hits for a total of 6. So we kill the 5. Actually, there's 6 destroyers there, not 5. I can't count. I've been misrolling the whole time. So anyway, there's 6 hits. It was my fault for miscounting. I won't take it for the first round, but for this round, I'm going to roll 1 more destroyer in attack. And that was a miss with an 8. So there we go. Counting is now all in order. So we've got 5 cruisers and 2 pre-dreadnoughts going against 3 damaged dreadnoughts, and we're going to press the attack for the 3rd round. So 2, 3, 4, 5 cruisers. We have 1 hit with a 5. There's 1. And then 2 pre-dreadnoughts. We got another hit with a 4. So we're going to kill 2 and leave them 1 damaged dreadnought. So the 3 damaged dreadnoughts defend. And they get 2 hits in return. That other one's an 8. So we come over here. 2 of those guys are done. And then we got 2 hits on us. So there's 2 cruisers come off. So the British will retreat into A22 with 3 cruisers and 2 pre-dreadnoughts. So let's go over here and get things back on the board. I'm actually just going to put these guys back on their marker card, keep things simple and easy. So the British retreat back to the channel. And the Germans don't need their marker card anymore. Take that. They have 1 damaged dreadnought in A23. Okay, that's the end of combat. Now we will do non-combat. These 2 seaplanes are dead. Take them off. the seaplane that attacked into the channel lands there in Normandy. We have 2 transports here in A21. They are going to bridge 3 infantry from the Midlands over to Normandy. Making a total of 6, which, for whatever good it will do us, does give the British a trench line in Normandy. And then these 2 transports are going in port, right there at the Midlands at that major port. Okay, over here from London, these 2 infantry are moving 1 space to the Midlands. Over here in Ireland, this infantry is moving 1 space from Ireland to Northern Ireland. Then come over here. Back out a little bit. Okay. Excuse me. I'm doing my normal thing. Western Egypt, Nubia, the colonials are going up and over to Eastern Egypt. So there's the 2 colonials into Eastern Egypt. And like usual, these will be replaced when I put my units on. Over here, this colonial is moving from Eastern Belgian Congo to Sudan. This artillery from South Africa gets railed up here to Eastern Egypt. Get over there, boy. Okay, that's it there. And then over here, this colonial infantry moves 1 space over to southern Persia. And that's it for non-combat. So now we place units. Okay, so we get an artillery there in Bombay, a colonial in Punjab, and a colonial here in Bombay. There's that. The other artillery goes down here at South Africa. We're replacing our 2 colonials in Western Egypt and Nubia. We're placing a colonial in Eastern Congo. And that's it down here. And the rest of this stuff goes up north with me. So, here in the home country, we are putting 3 infantry in London. We're going to put 1 infantry in the Midlands. We're going to put 1 in Ireland. We are going to put 1 in Scotland and 1 in Northern England. Okay, there's that. Now I'll do a quick disposition. Because that's all our units placed. Okay, in Scotland, we have a cavalry, an infantry, and a militia. In Northern England, we have 2 infantry and 2 militia. In the Midlands, we have 3 infantry. In London, we have 3 infantry and a militia. Northern Ireland and Ireland both, we have a militia and an infantry in each, plus a seaplane there in Ireland. We've got a seaplane in Normandy. We have 2 transports in port here at the Midlands. In A22, we have 2 pre-dreadnoughts and 3 cruisers. In Normandy, we have 6 infantry and a seaplane. In South Africa, we have a colonial, an artillery, and an infantry. Eastern Congo, 1 colonial. Sudan, we have 6 colonials. Hejaz, we have 2 infantry, a colonial, and 3 artillery. Central Arabia, we have an infantry and 2 camels. Southern Persia, we have 4 Gurkhas, a cavalry, and looks like 4 colonials. Bombay, we've got 2 colonials and an artillery. Punjab, we have a single colonial. And then ships, we've got 3 transports and a destroyer in I-5. 1 destroyer is going to remain in I-6. And it looks like that's that. So now I got to go back over here where the dice tower is and roll for some wartime economy. The British get 7 added on to their 40. Gee, what's that add up to? Get the calculator out. I think it's going to say 47. All right, I believe that's it. Ozark Outpost, over and out.